Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Christmas. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Happy Wednesday. Happy whatever holiday you celebrate because that's the way that the world should be. Everybody keeps talking about these drone things, and I know that this is a Bravo focused and not the drone things, but I just saw this kid that I went to school with, and the kid was always like, it's story time really quick. The kid was always the worst freaking person to ever deal with. And I guess his wife, he's 30 years old now. His wife bought him a drone that he can stand on that lifts him, and he wears a helmet and he can fly himself around places. No fucking way. No. I don't even know what world do we live in at this point. Anyways, we're back to talk about the fact that PK is calling out Dorit, and he is not holding back, and I'm loving every minute of it. But Dorit is also calling out Sutton. She's not holding back, and I'm loving every minute of it. So before we jump in, if you haven't already, go ahead, pop off in the comment section. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, and let's jump right in. I think that this is a good start. So, thank you to our girls over at tasteofreality.com. PK Kimsley was shocked, disappointed, and upset after his estranged wife, Dorit Kimsley, called him an alcoholic repeatedly on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I told you guys. Jagger and Phoenix's dad set the record straight on Bravo's Hot Mic podcast. First of all, I'm really proud in public about my sobriety. I'm 12 months and 2 weeks. He said it was a very emotional and tough journey to get sober. So it surprised him that Dorit used that as a talking point on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. But during the season 14 premiere, Dorit told some of her castmates that she and PK had separated after 9 years of marriage, while others found out on social media. Dorit alleged that PK was pouring alcohol on his problems within their marriage, and it got very, very, very toxic because PK is a full-blown alcoholic. Now, PK spoke out and he denied the allegations, and people don't necessarily realize how this disease has got you until you work out that you actually have this disease. Many people, unfortunately, don't work it out and don't get better. As you get older, alcoholism becomes progressive. Dorit's lack of understanding about sobriety is not her fault, but she hasn't invested in it. She hasn't worked a program and hasn't done what I've done. There is no fully blown alcoholic. You're either an alcoholic or you're not. Now, despite not liking Dorit labeling him as an alcoholic on an international television show, he did confess that his drinking did have an element of responsibility in relation to the breakdown of their marriage. And PK said it was just a component of their problems, not the only cause. If you understand the disease, alcoholism is a symptom. It's not a cause. So the reality is you have to get to what the cause was underneath. It's not just as simple to say he was a fully blown alcoholic. That's why we're separated. All right. I'm going to play this clip for you guys. I'm just going to show you guys. I want to see what you guys think. Sorry. Present, share screen. Thank you to the girls over at Taste of Reality for putting this out here.
She hasn't invested in it, and it's not something, you know, she hasn't worked a program and hasn't done what I've done. So there is no fully blown alcoholic. You're either an alcoholic or you're not, right? And I felt that some of those descriptions, which obviously my alcoholism had an element of responsibility in relation to the breakdown of our marriage, but that was just a component, right? And the truth is, if you understand the disease, alcoholism is a symptom, it's not a cause. So the reality is you have to get to what the cause was underneath. So it's just not as simple as to say he was a fully blown alcoholic, that's why we're separated.
But wouldn't you say, though, that she was just processing at that point as well? You guys had just split, just separated. So I think it probably was really confusing to her, too. And maybe she would look at it differently now, many months later.
Oh, 100%. Listen, it was emotionally difficult for me to watch it. Dorit spoke of bankruptcies, gambling debts, DUIs and that she stood by me. I mean, it's not exactly true. The bankruptcy and all the gambling debts were well before I met her. And the thing for me, because I've recovered from all of the things that have happened in my extraordinary career, I've recovered from everything. I haven't gambled since 2008. I don't drink. Do you know what I mean? The bankruptcy was 2010, 9 during the credit crunch. All of that was past history. So
And
to
a lot
sit
of those
there,
things make you stronger.
not only make me stronger, Mo, but
100%, you learn from those things, like having those type of difficulties, things in your life. I mean, I went through a bankruptcy, 25 years ago. Like it made
well,
me a
mine was
way
nearly
better
15 years ago.
businessman. Like, I've learned so much from that. So there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing to be ashamed of any of that stuff.
No, but I'm not. But the point is,
No, I know
when
you're
someone
not.
you love, Dorit, is on TV talking about the darkest times in my life and suggesting that she held my hand through them, it's difficult to watch sometimes, particularly when she wasn't with me when it happened. So from my perspective, I see that she's emotionally distraught, she's unhappy, and that was, when it was filmed, a really unhappy time.
Yeah.
And we just
It
separated.
was a low.
It was the all-time low, and I'd said, this isn't working and we need some time apart. And
I got to tell you, I spent a lot of time with you, and I'm very proud of the way that you, with all kidding aside, with all of that stuff. I mean, you've been in situations where people we're partying, we're drinking, we're having a good time, and you just, you have been able to have a good time and just completely be, not drink and yet still be part of the group, and that's not easy. And so, I mean, I got to tell you, just being totally honest, like I'm super proud of you, and you.
Oh, that's actually, that's sad. I don't really know what to say. I agree with this, and I said this from day one. I think that you might feel like somebody has an issue, and when you do, I think it says more about you than it says about them, the way that you handle it, because it's so easy to be like, stop, why are you doing this to me? Why are you doing this to our friends? Why are you doing this to our family? Why are you doing this to everybody that you love? Why are you so messed up on a substance, whether it's alcohol or drugs or something? Why can't you get better? It's because it's a disease. And it's sad. But moving on. So now I just want to talk about the fact that Dorit Kemsley agreed with a fan on Instagram who suspected that Sutton Strack's up and down behavior was the result of too much alcohol. As a sneak peek at the January 7th episode of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills featured Dorit opening up to Erica about her toxic marriage to PK, a screenshot of Dorit shading Sutton as a drunk began making its rounds on social media. Sutton's behavior changes on a dime because she's a drunk. Oh, God. That's what a viewer wrote via Bravo and Cocktails on Instagram. And Dorit replied in hashtag facts. Oh. As Beverly Hills fans may have seen, Dorit and Sutton have been at odds for weeks on the show, with Sutton recently telling Dorit she was acting out against her only because she was angry about her life. Meanwhile, on an episode that will air after the holidays, the focus will turn to the drama between Dorit and PK, who separated in May. When it comes to the kids, and I've told you this a million times, and even though I'm so hurt and angry, I can literally compartmentalize my feelings for children, is what Dorit said. She then confirmed that PK will be attending their first therapy session, saying, I don't want to be spoken to a certain way. And when I talk about PK and I getting toxic, he would speak to me in a very aggressive, disrespectful way. And I, in turn, would do the same. And I don't want to live like that anymore. Okay, we'll do. All right, guys, I want to hear what your thoughts are. Pop off in the comment section. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Don't forget to hit that notification bell, and we'll see you in just a little bit. Love you guys.